Time to fly, time to fly. Never give up, we won't retreat. The ones who stand up.
Hello friends, and welcome again to another Street Fighter Duel video.
Okay legends, welcome back to the channel for another video and another boss that we have in the event right now. And if you're wondering what did I do with my summons, so basically we got Leonardo to 150. I didn't get anything from the summons, I did like 40 more and I got one copy of him. So he's right now at SS plus and there's two copies outside, here they are. And I have one box outside. Tomorrow we're gonna get another box from the event from Cyborg Attack. So here we go, another box. And I have the box in the inventory. Let me show you where is it? Here it is. So we're gonna have him to SS finally. And then whatever I have, I might go and continue summoning till I get another copy of Michelangelo. If I get another copy of Michelangelo, I have here Michelangelo already SS plus and no copies, so I need two more copies and I have two starlights, so I might pop them and I complete the main two characters that I want on my account. Or I can go for another copy for Donatello, which I'm thinking about because I need only one copy and he's SS, and there's where when you want him to go because the plus 30 for him is absolutely spectacular. Now for the boss, we have Balrog, and he's a single target unit boss that you can use single target characters, and they would help you actually versus him. There's a lot of ways that you can go and approach this. It's really not easy, it's a little bit hard because of the mechanic that his passive, upon unleashing any skill, gain 5% damage reduction for 10 seconds, stacks up 3 times, which will get him to 15% damage reduction. So you need to play damage reduction characters as well, plus you need to negate his passive if you can with Zangief 6 out of 6, and this is what I did on one of my main lineups. So here's the lineups that I'm using. Of course, I'm using Virgil EX. Now you can use Witch Jury and you can remove her. I'm using Witch Jury because sometimes any attack that he hits me with, except that big attack, which is his super Balrog, can kill me. So on my 4th rotation, I just hit the Virgil EX. He gets back on high HP, and then you get your HP back with her. Now, of course, if you have Flame Chun, you play like this, and you play Flame Chun in the back position, and she's the C2 because you'll deal even more damage. But if you can't, you can play it this way, and this is how we're surviving until the end of the battle. The last rotation, I just let it rest. Rich Honda dies, then I start my combo rotation with whatever I need to end with Fire Aidon, and this is how we got the scores. Now, of course, I'm using Kami and Vega EX to give me more firewall underneath Balrog, so I can accumulate that damage later on and on. And I'm using the Akuma EX. You can play around these, but Virgil EX is so important. If you don't have Virgil himself as an assist on him, or maybe use Bison if you're not using Bison at all. Am I using any Bison? Yes, I'm using him on a lineup. I'll check it out with you later. So the main thing about this, and I will show you in the replay, you need Balrog to keep hitting you until you go to the back line. And then when you're in the back line, when he put you in the corner, you can hit him and he'll be in front of you and the firewall will be underneath him and you're gonna get the scores from that. Now the second lineup, and I'm using Visconti Vega team with Suit Able. Now Suit Able C1 is super important because it will give us shield that will negate at least 2 hits from the boss, which is really amazing. And I'm using Summer Elena, with she's dropping in the front and tanking while she has the 3-second immunity and taking the hits. I'm using Yan and Yang so I can get more combo meter. Of course, I'm using good EX moves such as the trendy Guile EX move, and I'm using the Raging Eye EX move and some heals, of course, if we drop on low HP with any character, which we can survive or we can heal them back up. So we continue the rotation. We start with him, C1 from Suit Able, C2 from Psychodan. Psychodan give you a lot of buffs, actually amazing unit. And then C3 from him, you can use Luke here instead. Luke will absolutely give you armor or damage reduction on the boss, or any unit. You can use Taoist Gen with damage reduction as well. If you have 6 out of 6 on Wrestling Hugo, use his C2 as well. He will give you damage reduction, and this is how you'll deal even more damages. I'm using Luke on a different lineup, so if you have Wrestling Hugo or if you have Taoist Gen, use their C2, but you need them to be built so you can do more damages with this lineup. Now the third lineup is the TMNT. Now it's a stable thing for me now. Forever I'm gonna use this as the lineup for bossing, except whenever we have bossing that needs Able instead of him. But whenever I get him to SS Donatello and I'll get him to plus 30, this will be no issue for me on my lineups anymore. I'm using Luke. This is the main change that I changed previously, like I think 3 bosses or 2 bosses before, Luke is actually helping me with the Luke EX move. So I do 3 rotations. On the 3rd rotation, when I press the C2 of my action guy, I drop the Luke EX move, and then I will have the 4 stacks of drive. It will give me damage immunity. If I take a hit, it's a one shot or something like that. For 3 seconds, I will survive versus any boss, and then I can continue my combo rotations until anybody on my lineup gets killed, which is not happening so often. So this is a perfect lineup. And of course, the more that you build Leonardo, the more damages that you do. The more that you build Raphael, the more that he will do scars on the boss, which will decrease his damage reductions. And yeah, about Bison, I was using him on top of my Visconde Vega, but I removed him for this lineup. So I'm using Akuma here. Akuma, Abel, then Akuma, then Chun-Li, normal Chun-Li. I'm using Jury on her. I don't know why I use Jury on her. I can use somebody else. I need not to use her. Actually, put Cammy on Gormagala because every trigger she drops in and give you armor break, and then your Chun-Li will deal more damages. This is a bad run from my behalf. I'm using Bison on my Akuma because Akuma is most likely to die since he goes with his super in the front, then with his C2 on the front. Sometimes he tanks, sometimes Abel drops in, give us the shield, goes back behind while he's taking the attack, goes back, and Balrog hits the air by the final hit, so he kills nobody. And this was a successful way for me to achieve good result with this lineup. Now, of course, I'm not saying Akuma is the best in the world to use him on this lineup. Any unit that will do Super and C1, C2 better than him, but Akuma is known for his spamming, especially with Chun-Li, because her C3, or because she's built for me for plus 30, her C3 will give me combo meter and it will improve my crits because her 6 out of 6 cards, and then will deal more damages and will not gonna end the fight. And I'm using these EX moves, so the drones will give me more crits and it will give me more combo meter. The Tanuki will give me armor break on the boss, plus other than the armor break, it will buff you. I think increase the speed, no, increase the damage. This at the start of the battle EX move, all allied fighters gain 10 speed and 8% damage bonus for 10 seconds. 10 seconds I'll get 8% damage bonus, which is really good. If you're free to play and it's max for you, this is the way that you want to go and play it. It will help you a lot, and this is how the teams go. Let me hit fight so I can save this because I don't want to forget that I'm using Cammy on my Gormagala. Let me show you the scores. So if we're gonna go here, and yeah, I ended up 12. I was 9, I went to sleep, I woke up, I ended at 12. I should have woken up and improved my scores. I could have improved my score, but I didn't do that, so it doesn't matter. Top 10 will give you 2 more divination tickets. If you're in the top 50, you're gonna get the 10 divination tickets, so it doesn't matter. Top 3, what matters is the collaboration tickets. And if you don't want to play and get that collaboration ticket, even if you're the top whale, don't go for the scores if you don't want the collaboration tickets, unless you want them. If you don't want them, give it to the other people that needs them. Just rank in the top 50. That will be the best thing that you do for the community and your server and your battle zone. So the teams, this is how we scored. So it's not the best, as you see, 1.5 billion only. I mean, he makes like 14 billion alone. Yes, this boss reduces his damages. You can use Zangief if you want. With his 6 out of 6, he will remove a little bit of his passes. It's 15% he will remove. You can use him on different lineups. This lineup mainly you want to spam with it, and if you have Flame Chun, she will help you out with more damages. So let's go and check how the fight went. I'll make it at ×4, and you need to spam the Kami and Vega EX so Fire Aidon will not jump and hit the boss and not get knocked back. So here I spammed it before he jumped and we got knocked back, so he'll keep knocking us back to the end until we reach a point that he'll be standing in his position so we can start. So I started with Kami and Vega, and I used Rose, then 3 poison, Rose, then Fire Aidon, and I start with Rich Honda, 3 poison, Rose, then Fire Aidon until the end of the battle. Of course, Akuma EX will be used, and as you see, he will still stay standing in the firewall. It means you're gonna do the damages on him. If you don't have your team in the corner like this, you will absolutely not stand in the fire, and you will miss a lot of damages. So here we go, we're attacking him, and by now I use the EX move of Virgil, and look at the HP. Bam, he drops on his HP, but he generate HP back again because we have Witch Jury on top of him, and we continue dealing damages and our rotations. Now I waited here, I didn't spam after that. I wait Even that I had the combo. I didn't start with... I started with Rich Honda because I knew he would die. And I continued my rotation normally, so I can do the most damages that I can by the end of the fight. So it didn't matter that much, which was an amazing run actually. We could do better, yes, if we try. And these was the scores. The second lineup, and it's Visconti Vega. Now, yes, of course, you can improve this, get more buffers. As I said, Wrestling Hugo, Taos Gan will help you a lot actually with their C2 if you have them built. So if you build them, you can do that. So let's go and check the damages. We took 16 million damage on Visconti Vega because he tanks the most actually on this lineup, because he goes in the front line and try to hit Balrog. I think he died at some point, or he didn't, I don't know. Let's check it out together. So here we go. I wait also for something in the 50-ish seconds. I think 55 or something like that. And here we go. And I drop the Trendy Guile, EX move, then I start with Visconti Vega. I do C1 from Suit Able, C2 from Psychodan, then C3 from Visconti Vega. And of course, Summer Elena is doing Summer Elena's shenanigans. And whenever I drop the super, she drops in the front and tank a little bit of some hits, because it will not be accumulated as damage towards her because she's immune to damage. As you see here, she's immune to damage, so we didn't take any damages from her. Yes, Psychodan gets stunned, he stuns himself, but the stuns are for absolutely 1 second. Like, you can click it and it will not interrupt your combo meter. Very good design for him. And here we go, somebody will die, or we're getting the shields. I think I start, and yeah, Summer Elena goes and tanks, so we didn't get any damages actually. And that was awesome actually by the end. And I think by the end of the fight, let me times 4 it. Yeah, somebody died and we do the super, and that was an addition for our score, which is really good. The third lineup, which is the TMNT. Normal TMNT, Leonardo, Donatello, Action Guy, then the Leonardo. Let's go and check it out. We'll keep it at times 4, it doesn't matter that much. I'll make it at times 2 actually. I drop the pizza at the start of the battle, and whenever I want to start, I drop the second turtle EX and then start the combo meter. And you'll see that when I do 3 combos by Action Guy, then I drop the Luke EX move, so he would not die and gets the immunities if he was targeted, because he gets targeted when he jumps. So here we go. That's how we're doing it, and this is the third rotation, I think, or the second. Let me check. So I start here. Yeah, this is the third one. So I use the Luke EX move, and as you see, it will say shields and immunity all over, because the turtles give us breakdance and give us sword intent, and we have plus 25 breakdance. We're gonna get immunities, and that's how we do it here. So here we go again. We need a lot of combo meter to do these damages, and I use the EX move of the turtles. It will give me more breakdance, which will help me a lot and buff my team and heal them and shield them. Absolutely fantastic run. And by the end, I think Raphael gets hit or something. No, nobody died actually. This was perfect. Perfect timing for this lineup. Of course, if you build him up, I have him at SS plus 30. Leonardo, if you build him up to triple S and you have the full cards on him, you'll double the score. Absolutely double the score immediately. Like, no discussion. Third lineup, which is the Akuma. I know it's not the best score, 351. You can play different lineups. As I said, if you have Luke on a one separate lineup, he does well actually versus this boss. We tried on another account, my friend, I asked him how much did you do with Shredder. He did relatively good, but also you need damage reduction with any C2 of somebody else or C1 from somebody else or passive or something like that. So let's go and check this replay. So we wait until a little bit actually, because we accumulate a lot of combo meter here. So because of Chun-Li and her C3, she's a battery on the lineup, so don't forget that she will help you. If she crits, she gives you combo meter, which is absolutely fantastic. Here we crit and we got combo meter. We're almost full at combo meter. So we start. I think I started badly here. I started with her to give him the damage break, and I used her C2, and then I started with Akuma, then I continued with Akuma. Yeah, you can start with Akuma all the time. I got like 500 million damage when I started with him, but I tried this method. It didn't, all the teams did well. This team didn't do the best because I started with this method. Just start with Akuma, C1 from Abel, C2 from Akuma, C3 from Chun-Li, and you'll be safe and you'll be fine. Yes, the Abel shields are super important because they will keep us alive, and this is why we spam with it, because it have a 5-second duration, the shields of Abel that we have here. So here we go. Still dealing damages, absolutely great. And anybody would die now? No, nobody right now, but we're dropping low on HP because the shield is sticking out for the 4 hits, and the 4th hit is hitting us actually. And here we go, and bam, 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 and our Akuma died. It was in the last second, so it doesn't matter that much. And this is how we got these scores. And if you have better lineups, please mention them in the comments. And I hope these lineups help you to get higher ranks, more than and put you in the top 10, maybe in the top 50. And I'll be seeing you in the next one.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, we thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.
Time to fight, time to fight.